Okay, so if you're a guy over 30, let's be real, the topic of hair loss has probably crossed your mind at some point. It's a super common concern, but trying to figure out what actually works, that can be completely overwhelming. Today, we're going to break down a serum that's been getting some serious buzz and figure out what makes it so different. Let's get right into it. I mean, the whole journey of finding a hair loss solution that works for you can be pretty confusing, right? You're just bombarded with all these products and routines and conflicting advice. It's tough to know what to trust or where you should even start. And for so many of us, it really boils down to this classic dilemma with minoxidil. Maybe you're already using it, but you're kind of worried about being reliant on it forever, or what might happen if you stop. Or maybe you've decided it's not for you and you're hunting for a really powerful alternative. But what if? What if there was something that could work for both situations? So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to tackle that minoxidil question head on, introduce a new topical solution, break down exactly how it works, walk through the super simple nightly routine, and then we'll talk about the ultimate goal, resetting your scalp for maximum growth. All right, so let's start with that big elephant in the room, minoxidil, and see how this new serum actually fits into the picture, no matter which side of that dilemma you're on. And here's the key thing. It's all about flexibility. This serum is designed to help support your hair growth if you ever decide you want to move on from minoxidil, but it's also built to be a really effective standalone solution if you've never even touched the stuff. It's made to work in either scenario, which is a pretty big deal. Which, of course, brings us to the solution we're talking about today. Let's take a closer look at this F Growth Serum and really unpack what sets it apart from everything else on the shelf. The whole idea here is to get past that one-trick pony approach. Instead of just targeting one single problem, the entire philosophy is about creating a healthy, balanced, total scalp environment. It's like building a better foundation from the ground up, one that can actually support and encourage new growth. So how does it actually do that? That's the big question, right? Well, let's get into the mechanics. The serum basically uses this really clear four-pronged strategy to get your scalp back into prime condition. And this strategy is built on four core functions. First up, it helps block DHT right there on the scalp. Second, it delivers key nutrients topically. Third, it works to calm down inflammation. And fourth, it helps cleanse your scalp of all those nasty microbials that can get in the way. It's a full-on, multi-front attack on poor scalp health. Now, let's just quickly touch on that first point. What even is DHT? Well, it's a hormone, and it's a major player in male pattern baldness because it can literally shrink your hair follicles. So you can see why blocking its effects at the scalp level is such a critical first line of defense. Okay, so what about those other functions? Let's see what's powering them. For that topical nutrition, you've got things like vitamin D3 and B vitamins. Then, to handle inflammation, it's using natural powerhouses like rosemary oil, lavender, and thyme. And finally, for that antimicrobial action, it's designed to create a cleaner scalp by dealing with things like fungus and bacteria that you definitely don't want hanging around. So, when you put all that together, you can see it's not just one ingredient doing one job. It's way more than that. It's a complete support system delivered right where you need it, directly to your scalp, to create the absolute best conditions for your hair to thrive. All right, the science is cool and all, but how does this actually fit into your real life? Let's talk about the nightly routine, which you'll be happy to hear is designed to be incredibly simple. First off, you don't need to slather this stuff on. We're talking just 1 to 2 milliliters a night. That is it. A tiny amount is all you need to cover the areas you're focusing on. And the application itself? It boils down to this super easy 3-step ritual. Step 1, apply the serum right onto the scalp. Step 2, take a second to gently massage it in. That helps it get absorbed. And step 3, you just go to sleep. Seriously, you let it do its work overnight. The whole point is to make it totally seamless. And here's one of the best parts. From a practical standpoint, it's designed to leave very little residue. That means no greasy pillowcases, no sticky feeling. It's just a clean, easy application right before you hit the hay, so it slots right into your end-of-day routine without any hassle. So when you take this multifaceted formula and combine it with a dead simple, consistent routine, what's the end game? What's the ultimate goal here? Well, it's all about resetting your entire system for maximum possible growth. And this quote from the source material just perfectly captures the whole philosophy behind this serum. The goal is to create an environment on your scalp so that you have the greatest possibility for growth. It's all about optimizing your own natural potential. Which really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. When you consider your own routine and your scalp health, is it truly optimized for its full potential? This whole approach suggests that creating that right underlying environment might just be the missing piece of the puzzle you've been looking for.